So I wanted to do this video talking about the Ascendancy trilogy. So if you haven't read those books and you're looking to read the canon Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy books, click off this video right now because we're getting ready to dive into spoiler information right now. Okay, so this video is going to be talking about the Chiss, the Force, and of course the Jedi and even the Sith, where basically I found it interesting when I was reading the Ascendancy trilogy books and finding out that 99% of the women were force sensitive. There was that 1% chance that a male Chiss was force sensitive, but most of the women were force sensitive, and that the Chiss never made the decision because they did the same thing that the Jedi did. They took their babies, their kids, roughly between the age of 3 to 6 or whatever, who were force sensitive. They basically brought them in to be used as Skywalkers. This is how they traversed the galaxy from one planet to the next in the unknown region. This is how they used the Force. But I always found it interesting that they never did what like the Jedi and the Sith did when it's pertaining to their young and training them and teaching them how to basically prolong them using the Force to benefit them in a much broader spectrum, right? I just always found it interesting that the Chiss never figured out that, like, yes, the girls, like, they end up losing the power of the Force by the age of 13, and very few of them actually reach between ages of 20 to 22 roughly, to where they are still able to use the Force a little bit longer, but then they eventually lose it again. Granted, they join the military, they join the not really families, they join the defense fleet and all of that stuff. They do stuff a little bit later on in their lives, but again, I always found it interesting that they never thought to say, hey, we're noticing that this is something that has been going on for decades with our kids, with our girls as Skywalkers. They have this power, they lose it. Maybe there's a way for them to be able to keep it throughout their life. They just never made that decision. This is just more so, I feel like it's just a cultural thing. They just felt like that this is what it is, this is how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to stay. But I just feel like over time, I feel like if they could have evolved it and stretched it out to be able to help benefit the Chiss, the ascendancy and all of that, for generations to come, but that's pretty much my thoughts, guys. What did you all think of this video? What do you all think when you read this portion or just this specific thing? Did you think about this stuff when it's pertaining to the ascendancy, the Force, the girls and all that stuff being Skywalkers? Did you think that they could have prolonged it to last a lifetime being Force sensitive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, below, and remember, the Force will be with you always.